Hi, my name's Maddie April, and I am currently on one of my favorite mountains ever. I'm about to make some breakfast before I head down for the day. I stayed 2 nights up here, so feel free to stick around, watch me make my breakfast, maybe make a fun little drink yourself while I talk about my trip. So you could easily hike this mountain in a day hike. And for sure a one-night backpacking. But I like to take my time and dilly-dally, so I spent 2 nights up here. Also for breakfast I'm making some granola. I have strawberries and blueberries and cream. I like to mix and match my berries, and I also like to add like extra freeze-dried berries. And then I do have a chai tea and some peanut butter if I want it. For the first day I hiked in. It was like a 5.5 mile hike to the lake. I don't remember what time I started, but I got to the lake and to camp at like 5:30. And then I set up my tent. I chose like a secluded spot in the woods. There's a lot of spots next to the lake, but I feel like this mountain gets really busy. So I like to have a little bit more privacy. So I chose this spot this time. And then I just kind of hung out. I ended up jumping in the lake. I didn't get my hair wet because I always get scared that my hair is not going to dry in time, especially that late in the night. But it did feel good to like clean off. Two packs of oatmeal, and then again those extra like freeze-dried berries. I feel like no matter who is making the oatmeal, they always skimp on the berries, and I like a lot of berries in my oatmeal, so I always pack more. Let that sit for a minute. And then after jumping in the lake, I ate dinner and kind of just went to bed. I had a really early night because the next morning I woke up at like 4 a.m. That way I could summit. There's only like 2 to 2.5 miles to the summit from the lake, or from where I camped. But I always forget how long it takes. It's like kind of the worst 2 miles of the hike. You end up like crossing this like really big boulder field, and it's really easy to lose the trail, especially when you're doing it in the dark. It's harder to see like the cairns that they have set up and everything. So it's just a lot more route finding than just like a regular trail. And then you head up this like steep, like loose rocky trail, and I hate the loose rocky that's like super steep. I wish they would just put a switchback and make it easier. And then after that you like make it to the saddle, and then from there it's like pretty easy, but it is kind of all exposed and it just takes longer than you would expect. I think I made it up in like an hour and a half, but I did make it for sunrise. The sunrise was really pretty. I feel like it had like more of like a blue hour feel to it because like there was a lot of clouds, so it wasn't like that rich like red and orange that you sometimes get with the sunrise. But it was really pretty, and I really enjoyed it. I think I added too much water. I have soupy oatmeal now. No! Oh well. I have no choice but to eat it because I have nowhere to throw it out, so. Okay, I finished my oatmeal, so now I get to make my chai. It's just a powdered mix, so it's nothing fancy. But it is fun to have, like a fun little drink on the mountain. Then I hiked down, and the hike down was way easier in the light. And I actually ate breakfast on the summit, but when I got back down, I had my second breakfast. And then this would be the point where like most people would like pack up their things and head back down and just camp one night. But I like to dilly-dally and just kind of relax and be chill. So I spent another night and I basically did nothing the rest of the day, which is so nice because I feel like we've lost the art of doing nothing. And I'm guilty of this too. It's like the always needing to be productive kind of mentality where I'm like, okay, what's next? Like, what do I need to do next? Like, what can I do to be productive? And so it was nice to just like chill and be on the mountain and do nothing. I did a little bit of painting. I watched the mountain goats. There were some fun birds around. I swear I saw some chickens, but I don't know if they were actually chickens. And then I did end up jumping in the lake a few times, which felt really nice. And then I finished out the day eating dinner and watching the sunset, filtering some water, and it was just a good night. Again, the chai tea is nothing special, but I feel like when you're backpacking, things you wouldn't normally eat, like I would never eat oatmeal just like sitting at home. Somehow they become like 10 times better out in the woods. I slept really good last night, but at one point it did get really, really windy. And I'm in some trees, so it really didn't affect me, and my tent wasn't really blowing or anything. But I could just like hear it whooshing through the valley and through like the meadow and stuff, which was kind of cool. Which leads us to where we are now. I woke up, watched the sunrise. One of my favorite things about watching the sunrise in the mountains is watching like the alpine glow off the rocks and everything. And now here we are. Chit-chatting, eating breakfast, having a fun little drink. What time is it? 7:56. I was hoping to get out of here by 8:30. We will see if that happens. But yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the chai tea, enjoy the mountain, and then pack up and make that like 5.5 mile trek down, and it'll be good. Cheers.